Hey everyone, Melissa here, and welcome back to the Cocoa Vanilla Studio channel and also my channel. So what I am sharing with you today is a layout that I am creating based on the February mood board, which is absolutely pretty and so Valentine's themed. I'm not going to be scrapping a Valentine's photo, but it's definitely a photo that I love. And so I have this photo of Ava. She's a funny child. She makes us laugh. She's our fourth and final child. And on this day, she got this little ukulele and sat there singing a song about why my family is so annoying. And it was really funny. I couldn't capture it on video, but I got her to sing another song. But yeah, she keeps us pretty entertained. And you can see Brielle laughing at her as per. And so what I have is a cut file from Just Next Studio. It's a cut file that has 4 different hearts. 3 of them you can back and the other one is solid. So what I've done off camera is back this one. I'm sure I've used this cut file before. If you look at my Instagram, you'll probably see it. I may have even used it a couple of times. When I find a cut file that I love and is going to work with the theme, I will definitely use it again. So I've just backed it with that blue plaid. It was hard to decide what to use. I better say I'm using Storyteller, but it was hard to decide what to use because I'm getting low on the 12 by 12 sheets and I couldn't be bothered filling each one in with a different pattern, and the A5 stack wouldn't fit, but I'm making it work with this. And then let's see, so what I did, there's a solid how's this going to work? Yeah, there's a solid heart which is the same shape, but I offset it so I could cut it. I could cut it in 2 different shapes. That's what 2 different sizes. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry guys, tongue-tied because of I think just because I haven't done many videos lately. So what I've done is I'm going to place this in here, and then if you look on the mood board, you'll see there's a box of chocolates, and there's like the bottom box, and so I wanted this to look like kind of like inlaid in the box. That's the outside of the box, and then there's the other piece of the heart is kind of laid like this, and I'm going to work out how I'm going to do this, but basically I want this to look like the chocolates. I probably got this angle totally wrong, but originally I thought I'd put my photo in here and a few other things, but my photo is so big and I don't want to make it smaller, but this will be like the feature, and then maybe I'll tuck the photo like this. But anyway, that's the plan. I can't do things while I'm speaking, like I have to do them and then voice them over lately. I have a huge admiration for anyone that can speak while they're making, but I can't unless I've fully planned it out, which I haven't, because I like to be spontaneous and just go with it. So that's kind of my plan using Storyteller. I think it's definitely inspired by the mood board, so I'm going to get into it now and you'll be able to see my process and how it turns out. Okay, so in my blog post, I talk about how I offset this heart in Cricut Design Studio and how I cut 2 hearts, 3 actually, if you include the one on paper piercing. But I had trouble explaining how I had offset and then cut one on pattern paper. But basically, as I said in the blog post, it's to look like the inside of the chocolate box, which I think is actually made all from chocolate, which would be amazing. So if you want to go back to the mood board, you can have a look at what I'm talking about. But I have hand stitched around the edge on the white just to, I guess, integrate these 2 hearts together, kind of to make them look like a lid. I don't think it really does. I think if I was really going to make it look like that, I would need to have some dimension between the bottom, like the pattern paper bottom, and then the edge. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still completely inspired by the chocolate box, and so I've just used a mix of distress oxides here. I just needed something against the stark white background. A lot of my scrapbooking lately has not been on white cardstock, it's been on pattern paper, because I just love pattern paper. But for this one, I think I really needed to make these hearts pop and make them a real feature of the page, but I needed something between them. So I'm just doing the packaging technique with the distress oxides, which is one of my favorite techniques. So it doesn't look that it doesn't look that amazing. It actually doesn't, but it's a subtle feature in the background. So here I'm just needed to back this photo, and I think I said earlier I'm down to not much 12 by 12 paper, so I found this scrap, and I love yellow. It's really pretty in this collection. And so I've backed my photo and I think distressed it, and
Here I'm just, I added some craft foam to lift up the corner of that heart. It's hard to see in this video, but in real life you can definitely tell. And then tucking my photo in because I didn't want to cover up that whole heart, otherwise it would defeat the purpose. So now I'm sort of mimicking the chocolates in the heart-shaped chocolate box, I guess. And in the chocolate box, they're all uniform because they're all similar sizes and they go across the heart. But I'm not doing that. It's not going to happen unless I'm going to cut a shape. I just want to fill this, I guess, scatter a few pieces around. And I'm using these two florals to, like I did with the stitching, just integrate the two pieces together and provide something that is really similar. Had to use that Love This banner. Thought about having that as my title, but then I really wanted to use the foam title stickers from the collection because I need to use them up. And yeah, I'm really lazy when it comes to titles now. I don't think I use letter stickers ever anymore. I love using pre-made titles like enamel type titles, foam titles, ephemera titles. It just makes it so much easier. And because I predominantly scrap everyday life, a lot of these titles are so generic and they just work with anything really. So I've opened a new packet and I've got a packet that I nearly finished, just combining some of the words here, and I'm going with make me smile. I'm thinking it should have said made me smile, but make me smile. You make me smile. That's better. Silly. I only just made this, so I don't know why I'm forgetting. But yeah, so I'm just wanting to position these in a way that they fit together. I think that's really key when it comes to using pre-made titles, especially when you've got like the U and the S are quite low descending elements to the letters, so you just want to tuck them in and make them work. Otherwise they can look a bit sort of random and out of place. But I also tie this together by using 3 of the foam hearts. Now I put a dot on the eye. It wasn't I don't think the eye had one, but I just had to add a piece. And you'll find that when you use these titles, there's bits and pieces left over. So that is my layout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've inspired you to create something off the mood board this month, and I look forward to seeing what you make. So thank you so much for watching.